Okay, that's better. Sorry, guys. When I started the first live, the mic was on, but it's not the mic that I use. It was the mic connected to the camera, which is different than this. Sorry, than this one. So I had to restart. Thank you for your patience. Let me hear the audio really quick, and then I'm going to jump right in. 1 second. Testing. Okay, awesome. Okay, guys. Happy Aquarius season. Happy birthday, Aquarians. The water bears. I am getting my energy back. The Cancer full moon cycle has been more intense than I anticipated for myself personally. And it's really just been more about self-care, like, taking care of self more, doing the things I need to do, getting more rest, not having shame about that, just stuff like that. So I'm getting my energy back. And so I have space to receive more energy now. So wanted to come on and do our What to Expect live, okay, because we're on a roll. And I'm proud of myself. So this week we have the Sun conjunct Pluto, pretty powerful happening. Now, what I will say, it does feel like an in-between time almost, because we have the new moon in Aquarius on the 29th, and that's going to be different because Pluto's newly in Aquarius now. So I think this new moon in Aquarius is going to be very powerful. Also, I think a day or two after we have that new moon in Aquarius, Uranus, who's directly associated with Aquarius, goes direct. So I just feel like stuff like that, it's just, how can we say coincidence? Like, it's just so divinely orchestrated the way stuff happens. Okay, so we're going to get into it. I'm going to be newly starting with Aquarius since it's you guys' birthday. I do have a natal chart to the side of this, so my eyes are everywhere. I've not connected my streaming, so I can't show you guys a chart on this one because I'm live. What I will say is I'm really going to be focusing on the Sun-Pluto conjunction because it's a lot that I can focus on. When I tell you the moon is doing so much this week, so for me, it feels like it might be an emotional week, but a powerful one. So there can really be some powerful breakthroughs through this moodiness, okay? Because the moon is doing a lot this week, and we know the moon governs our emotions and things like that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started, guys, because again, my energy it's coming back. I'm gonna be starting with Aquarius, so let me get your chart up. Again, if you're coming in, please hit the like button, subscribe if you feel called to. Okay, come on, chart now, come on. What we doing? Okay, there we go. All right, Aquarius, let's get into it. So like I said, my focal point for this week is going to be that Sun conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, because we're about to have a new moon in Aquarius. So a lot of the energy is being focused there, and also Uranus. Okay. All right, let me get some water, get into it, and then aqua. Let's get it. Okay, Aquarius. I really feel like, for you guys, this is power. Like, this is power. You have Pluto in your first house now. Like, this is power. The Sun conjunct Pluto in the first house. But I do feel like, though, there could have been a lot to get to this place. And it won't be, or it might not be, I should say, that you feel, hey, Kita, that you feel this surge of power right away, but that this is like the beginning of something, especially when we hit the new moon in Aquarius. Okay. It's happening in your first house. Happy birthday season. You have you have the conjunction happening in your first house between the sun and Pluto, right? So this is why I'm saying it's you, like everything about you is transforming, and you're going to have Pluto in this house for the next 20 years. Like you are not going to be the same. You are not going to be the same after Pluto leaves this first house. Like you're going to be a completely different person. You may even look different, because the first house is how we look, is where the ascendant is. Yes. So this is really setting the stage for a huge transformation. All right, let me start shuffling up for you. Now, what I was noticing here is either there could have been a little difficulty with like overthinking, or constantly like maybe rerunning the past, and something affecting your everyday life or your routines. It could have even been like a health thing. I'm either getting like mental health, right? Or getting control of your daily habits, right? Because I'm looking at this 12th and 6th house axis. Okay, cool. Thank you, Keita. So there's been a lot of that. And you've had the south node in your 9th house, north node in your 3rd house. So I also feel like, Aquarius, you are getting more confident. And now that the north node is in your 2nd house, I'm sorry, it's still showing that it's in your 3rd house, which means I need to adjust that to the true node. But with the north node coming out of your 3rd house, going into your 2nd house, this is going to further like empower you, because it's in your 2nd house now, self-worth. Because what I was getting is like, South Node in the 9th house makes me feel like we want to lean, or we're used to, because South Node is what we're used to. We are used to possibly leaning on other people's understanding, maybe not trusting our own understanding. This could have also been for some of you. Some of you maybe have been more local, because the South Node is in the 9th house, or was in the 9th house of like long distance travel, foreign shores, things like that. So you could have been more local, traveling more locally. But again, that's also your mind. And I really get like leaning on your own understanding, trusting yourself, getting out of habits of overthinking. And with this happening in your 1st house, like, I just don't know how else to explain it but power. And the north node going through your 2nd house, like your finances are going to be getting transformed as well. And I think a good thing with the south node going into your 8th house, a good thing with that is breaking out of codependencies. It could even be that because the north node's in your 2nd house, that you're leaning more, or you're able to, which is like a blessing, lean more on your own resources, your own assets that you have acquired over time. Okay, so let's see. All right, you got the Strength card out here. You have the Emperor. It's Leo, Aries. Literally what I'm looking at right now is power and the 7 of Pentacles. And I think I said this for you guys before too. I'm hearing it again. What next? Like, what's next? I'm also hearing the word quest, a quest. Okay, look at that. This is what I was saying. It's so confusing when you're like looking at it and it's backwards. This is power. The Emperor, the Strength card, like that is power. I'm also hearing this mastery. I'm hearing the word initiation. I feel like some of you might feel like I'm hearing coming of age. So you're in a very pivotal or transformative time. You really are. Now you could be, this is what I'm saying with the 7 of Pentacles. This is really taking me to your 8th house where the South Node is. This could really be like, and yes, like the North Node is in your 2nd house. Like you could be thinking about investment. You could be like, you are building your power. This is what I like. You focus on this. Like you are building your power with the North Node and the 2nd house. And I'm also hearing buying power. And that makes sense. The 2nd house, like, you're buying power. But also the second house is self-worth. So these things are like being built at the same time, like working together in conjunction. Pluto and the sun. Okay. By the Seven of Pentacles for Aquarius. Look at that. Judgment and the star. Aquarius is the star, if you don't know, in the tarot. And the High Priestess. You got 5 major arcanas out here. Oh, God. I'm sorry. It was nudity on there. I hope I don't get in trouble. Okay. Power moves. Listen. I feel like you have Judgment, the star, right? Then I showed you the High Priestess. Cut the deck, and the 10 of Pentacles is there. Like, this is masterful. This is okay. Thinking of a master plan. That's what I'm hearing. How do we get from the 7 to the 10? And we're thinking smarter, not harder. Pluto's in Aquarius. Be innovative. The sun is in Aquarius. Be innovative. Different. That's what's going to get it. Pluto's out of Capricorn. We don't have to, just go with the old systems and the way things have always been done. There's more than one way to skin a cat. What's the next thing happen for Aquarius? 6 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, next thing to happen. So reciprocity, the 6 of Pentacles could quite literally be a gift. It could be a return on something, okay, that maybe you started. Ace of Wands. Something that gives back to you. Is something that you've given to, because the 6 of Pentacles is about reciprocity. 2 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. I'm hearing this cannot be forced. Like with the Wheel of Fortune and the 2 of Cups, that is manifestation. That is something that you have manifested. The Wheel of Fortune is not, it supersedes time, and like you can't put a time on that. You can't put it just is miraculous. Like I really can't put it any other way. 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups. A lot of you have detached. You've really helped yourself in detaching from like really deep disappointments from the past. And that's what I was talking about with that when I was saying something about your 12th house energy, that 12th house, 6th house axis. You have really learned to detach from the past. Let bygones be bygones. Look, the Death card. I'm also hearing long overdue. Okay, so I just feel like I don't think this is actually just talking about one thing coming in. Okay. What's the guidance for Aquarius? The Knight of Wands, Justice. Wow. Make that 6 major arcanas that were in your spread today, because the Justice card. This is also vigorously, so continue to, I'm hearing vitality, keep your vitality up. Knight of Wands and Justice, like I'm hearing striking balance. 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups. You are quickly bringing things back into balance. Again, 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups. This is detaching from illusions, detaching from, again, the past, things that have been like emotionally burdening us, right? And with Mars retrograde happening in your 6th house, that truly does affect your everyday life. Your routines, your habits, All right. Anything else as far as guidance for Aquarius? The High Priestess again. And the Ace of Swords. You've cleared a lot of karma. You've cleared a lot. You have cleared a lot. And I feel like this is saying like you can trust yourself again. If you're feeling like you cannot, your intuition is spot on. High Priestess and the Ace of Swords. Like you are crystal clear. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing somebody do this. Like this is you and you. You and your higher self. Like that's what's up. Yo, what did I just say? 3 of Pentacles. That's it. You are in collaboration like with the Most High. Whatever you consider that to be. Definitely your higher self. All right, so that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I pray those messages find you well, help, and heal. Happy solar return. And absolutely, Keita, thank you. Let's go ahead and get to Pisces. Okay, Pisceans. This, I'm going to be focusing on the Sun-Pluto conjunction, okay? Which is happening in your 12th house. Okay. And you now, hold on, let me adjust really quickly the nodes because they're not showing to be in the right place. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Now everything is in the right place. Okay, so it's happening in the 12th house, Pisces. So that's the subconscious mind. That's the original house of Pisces. So something is like really deeply changing about your subconscious mind. Like new patterns are being, this could be literally rewiring your subconscious mind over the next 20 years, literally, because this is where Pluto is going to be for you during that time. And it could be that you want to, like, something maybe needs to change about your daily routine. Like you maybe want a deeper experience, okay? Because the moon is going to make contact with this Pluto before we go into this conjunction. And so I feel like we're quite emotional about whatever Pluto is talking about, whatever the transformation or the change is something that is like deeply emotional too. And then the sun is there like highlighting and illuminating it, where it's like, you can't miss it. You got to see where we need this change. And you have the North Node now in the house of you in your first house. So, you're going to be, the focus is really on you. The South Node is in your 7th house. You're going to be pulling away from certain relationships, one-on-one relationships, commitments, and contracts. I also think that with the rewiring, Pisces, of your subconscious mind, I think you want to play more. Like, I think you want to have more fun because you have Mars retrograde in your 5th house. And I think that's what you're really emotional about. Like, maybe you want to have a deeper experience, but maybe there has been something in your subconscious mind that has kept you from getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of your, local neighborhood, leaving your hometown, making that move. I don't know. So that's what I'm seeing there. And certain relationships that contribute to keeping you in that. So let's see what's going on for Pisces here. And boom, we have the 10 of Swords. Tired, I heard. Okay, let's roll. You have the Knight of Wands. There's that excitement. And I think we need to pay attention to Uranus because we're in Aquarius season 1 and they're associated. And then when we have the new moon in Aquarius on the 29th, I think like a day or two after that, Uranus is going to go direct. So I think we need to pay attention to Uranus. And Uranus for you is in your 3rd house. And that's what I'm saying. That's the house of like your local community, also your mind, because it's naturally ruled by Gemini. I think you want something different. As I say, the mind, the Ace of Swords comes out in reverse. You need some fresh air. You need some fresh air. Look, the Black Newman on the bottom. You need some fresh air. That's how I'm getting this. And because something, it feels like, has been too monotonous. Okay. Too on autopilot, too much of the same cycle. And you're feeling that it's coming from some of your relationships because the South Node is there. Could be certain, like you're tired of hanging with in the same spaces with the same people. And some of you is just like being trapped in the mind where it can be very dark. because there are things that need to be cleared in the subconscious mind. Okay. And yeah, you just had the full moon in your 5th house. So I do. I think you want to play. I think there could be some inner child stuff going on too. You have the Page of Cups here. So I feel like underneath all of this 10 of Swords, the Black Newman, Ace of Swords in reverse, where it's very foggy and unclear, you have the Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups. You want to play more. You need to have more fun. And I really feel like this is saying get out more, act on some of those things. So it could be bringing up some fears in reference to you, like getting out more, getting out of your local neighborhood, trying a new spot, which is something that you might actually end up doing with Uranus going direct in your 3rd house. Or you might communicate differently. Okay. Have the 4 of Wands here. 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna be in new groups as well. But this is you because you're about to have the new moon in Aquarius in your 12th house. So this is, I do feel like this is like, if I could title it for you, I would probably title it like reprogramming the subconscious mind. You're gonna have Pluto in the 12th house for the next 20 years. Clarify the 4 of Wands for Pisces. Yeah. 4 of Wands, 5 of Cups in reverse, and the 9 of Cups. With the South Node in your 7th house, there's no doubt that some of your relationships are going to change, evolve, and new ones will come in. As you start to focus more on self, get more confident, build your self-worth. So I think this week, with this conjunction for you in the 12th house, pay attention to the subconscious mind, how it plays out, any fears that come up that keep you from trying new things, exploring. Look at this, 9 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. I don't feel like if these things come up for you this week, I feel like you get to a point where you're not taking it anymore. The subconscious programming is not going to override your higher self anymore. Yeah, King of Pentacles. You're more stable. This is laying the groundwork for that. Yeah. Give me more guidance here for Pisces. Also, kind of specific, but I'm getting for some of you, like, there are certain things like you could have been told are bad, or, oh no, don't do this or something. And maybe it's not that, and maybe you're starting to see that, or you will have experiences or opportunities to experience these things and really put those fears to rest. And that could be that too. 7 of Wands and the 9 of Swords, because the 9 of Swords is anxiety, it's fear, it's worry. 7 of Wands is standing up to something. It's Leo. All right. Anything else for Pisces? Anything else for Pisces? The Empress. Oh my God, that is just so beautiful. The Empress. And that's your only major arcana out here. And that came out in your guidance. So I really do think they just simplify it. So yeah, you're reprogramming. This is going from like lack to abundance. It has something to do with that. It has something to do with that. Even the fear. And so there, before I wrap it up for Pisces, they are really like emphasizing the importance of like really leaning into best case scenario type of stuff, optimism versus pessimism, like really challenging yourself, especially when those old programs might start to run. And they're specifying that those old programs really get triggered up when you're afraid, when there's a fear of something. And the last thing they're saying is watch for misinformation. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Pisceans. I appreciate you. I pray those messages find you well, help, and heal. We're going to go ahead and roll on to Aries. Roll on, roll on, roll on. I remember that song from Crooklyn. I don't know if anybody knows Crooklyn. That was one of my favorite movies growing up. Okay, Aries. Let's see. Let me get some water really quick, please. Okay, Aries, this happened in your 11th house. Okay, I'm talking about the Sun-Pluto conjunction, which is really like my focal point for this week, because what I will say is the moon is doing a lot, a lot. So through this powerful transformation of Pluto conjuncting the sun, it might be an emotional ride through all of that because of how much contact the moon makes with everything. But it's happening in your 11th house. That's the native house of Aquarius. You know that as an Aries rising. It's the house of friends. It's the house of the people, humanity, your associations, the future, your hopes and dreams for yourself, for the future, your goals. Okay. So there's really big transformation happening there. Now, what's interesting is I think we need to pay attention to what the moon is doing there. I know you can't see the chart, but the moon makes contact with that Pluto before that Pluto goes conjunct with the sun. So what that tells me is that we are pretty emotional about whatever the change is that Pluto is highlighting, okay, or the sun is illuminating through Pluto. It's emotional. Okay, we feel a way about it, or it's intense, or it hits us deeply because the moon is making contact with that. For you, that's in your 7th house, and so it could have something to do with your one-on-one relationships. And because some of these planets are at the top of your sky, those one-on-one relationships could include contracts, or i.e., your job, your career, something like that. So there's some change that I think wants to happen there for you, or you want to happen. This could be also like you wanting to change your plan, like your plan moving forward, your plan about the future. Okay, and let's not forget to mention that the South Node is now in your 6th house also of things that you do every day. It's one of the most common things we do every day, go to work, right? Or do our job, whatever that is. And the North Node is in your 12th house of spirituality. Okay, solitude. So it's very, very interesting. Okay, and you've had this Mars retrograde in your 4th house, and literally, as I say that, the card that describes this Mars retrograde pops out. 4 Cups. That's 24 degrees Cancer. So I think that for you, Aries, and because that popped out like that was just so. I think you've emotionally detached from a lot to protect yourself, to protect your peace, to protect your sanity. Like that just really came to me. That was, I don't think that's where I was going with that, but that just came. Like it feels like you've had to maybe emotionally detach from a lot. Okay, that was for Aries. You have the Page of Swords, and you have the Death card. Oh my God. The Hermit card on the bottom of the deck, because with these 3, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, you're going to be changing your plans. You probably won't be telling anybody. And then Hermit on the bottom confirmed that for me. So I said, oh my God. Yeah, you probably going to be keeping this to yourself. I mean, if they're not directly involved with the change, like if you plan on leaving the job, right, you're going to have to tell the boss, right? Unless you just ghost them. I mean, I don't know. What's the next thing that happened? Whoa, that was weird. The 9 of Wands came spinning out in the Knight of Swords. What's that about? What's that about? Oh, Queen of Swords, Page of Cups, the Magician. Yeah. See what I said? You've emotionally detached from a lot. This Queen of Swords, Nine of Wands really gives me that you are going to be really drawing some lines in the sand, really creating some boundaries in your life. And it doesn't just have to be like, with one-on-one people, I guess. But if you work too much, right? South Node in the 6th house, you're going to be creating some boundaries. I'm not going to be doing all these hours. I need some time to delve into my spirituality, my spiritual practices, to go to therapy. All that is North Node in the 12th house. Yeah, the Magician, the White Newman. And let me just say, like, with you changing your plans, Aries, with you changing your plans, it just left me. It just left. If it comes back, I'll say it. There it is. With you changing your plans, Aries, you want to be more emotionally tapped in. So here's the thing. Mars retrograde, you emotionally detach. Mars retrograde in your 4th house. You've had to. This is purposeful. Okay, because you had to figure out where the frustration was, all this. So maybe you did have to emotionally detach from some relationships that actually were not good for you. Like, it was actually good to do this. South Node leaving your 7th house. Because and now you're rethinking your plan. This conjunction is happening while Mars is still retrograde. So I think when Mars goes retrograde, like, whatever plan that you have moving forward, your heart is going to be more in it. That, I think, is what was missing. I'm hearing the word duty and things like that. So again, you could have been running certain programs, North Node going into your 12th house to tackle this now for the next year and a half. You could have been running certain programs that were just we're telling you had to do things just because, like, it's your responsibility, or when that is not the case, or wasn't the case. And the North Node just left the house of you. So you have rightfully become more selfish. Okay, what's the guidance? The 6 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. Yeah, it's just time to go for everything that you want. And I think that's what's happening. Two of Cups, King of Swords. Yeah, you're making decisions, very clear, solid, executive decisions for yourself in your life. And that's why I think the South Node was very purposeful in going through your 7th house, because certain relationships just had to go. And some of that is still shifting, because now it's in your 6th house of, again, everyday things, which can include relationships too, right? Or people that we see every day, or coworkers that we have to see every day, things that we do every day. So, some big changes come. All right. That's what I have for you, Aries. I appreciate you guys. I pray that those messages find you well, help, and heal. All right. Then go ahead and tap into Taurus. I've literally, first of all, as I'm transitioning to Taurus, I have literally been hearing TLC, what about your friends, all day. I started to be playing that in the live when I started it. I keep hearing it, obviously, because it's Aquarius season. I always hear it. It's like the universe, I don't know, it's like a little inside joke. It's so funny. I just keep hearing it. So bear with me if I just keep busting out with, what about your friend? Okay. All right, Taurus, this is happening, okay, in your 10th house. Big stuff, very public. Because it's in your 10th house. So it has everything to do with your image, how you look, or your status, your reputation, career, work. It's 10th house stuff. It's the original home of Capricorn. Now, So there are big changes happening there, obviously, and over the next 20 years too. Now, something about, because the moon is making contact with this Pluto, before this conjunction. So there could be something about your everyday routine or your everyday life, your habits, your health, that is making you want to transform something in your career, or something about how you're seen, your reputation, your status. Okay. And okay, you have the North Node in your 11th house. I'm hearing you're on a new mission, Taurus. New mission. North Node 11th house really gives that. Okay, because the 11th house, I think, is directional. It's future oriented, because the 5th house, where the South Node is for you, can be about like childhood, past things that we do when we're younger. You know, it's really playful. So you could be coming away from certain groups, also certain habits, you know, like overindulging in certain habits. With the South Node being in the 5th house, these would be like playful habits, like, you know, it could be drugs, it could be intimate partners, relationship, dating, because 5th house is not really super serious. Okay. I feel like you're pulling back from certain groups. I feel like you're on a new mission, and I feel like to get to where you want to go, especially in your career, status, reputation over the next 20 years, you're going to be shifting out of certain groups. You're going to be shifting out of certain habits, because it's elevation. Like, this just feels like elevation. This really feels like elevation. Okay. Now, I think because we have the new moon in Aquarius on the 29th, and right after that, like a day or two after that, Uranus, who is associated with Aquarius, is going to go direct. Okay. And that's in your 1st house. So you could be making some very radical changes about your career. Yo, literally, I felt a card flip over. And as I'm saying that, look at what card it was. The 8 of Pentacles. That's a work card, if there ever was one in the tarot. Okay. Wow. Wow. King of Pentacles there, the Strength card. Knight of Cups. Oh my God. I was literally about to say, you want the big fish. You want the big fish now, and you're about to go for it. And it is, though, Taurus. So be prepared, because it is going to take you away from certain groups. Some of you is going to take you away from childhood friends or something like that. Even if it's just, because, like, I don't want to sensationalize it. Like, even if it's just that, okay, you got to cut out spending as much time over here, right? You got to only see them like once a month, because you got to buckle down. You're on a new mission. You're going for the big fish, not the little one. Okay, in the 7 of Cups, there's only one true cup. It's in the middle. You're tired of getting the illusionary cups around it. You're going for the big fish. So that's what this feels like. Like, you're not interested in the Knight of Cups. You've been there, done that type of thing. That's what it feels like to me. That's what it feels like to me. A lot of you, I also feel like you have been on a healing journey. Some of you could have been on a physical healing journey, and you could be feeling sort of like resurrected, and this could be like new mission, you know, type of energy as well. So next thing to happen here for Taurus. Yo, oh my God, I gotta stop doing that. I was gonna, as I'm shuffling, I'm saying Taurus, and I'm like, they want me to say the bull, because, right, that's what Taurus translates to. And then what card flies out? Stop. The Knight of Pentacles. This is a new mission. Oh my God, the Fool. What if I said this is a new mission? They're also, I also want to say with this Fool card, because this is Aries, they're referencing the North Node leaving your 12th house and the wonders that it did for helping and reprogramming your subconscious mind. I was just talking to Aries, because they're about to have what you just went through of reprogramming the subconscious mind. This is a new journey. This is what's next. And the Knight of Pentacles, he does move slow. I'm not surprised. This is Pluto we're talking about. It's going to literally take him 20 years to get through, or I won't say literally, because roughly 20 years to get through your 10th house. This is slow, but there will be rewards along the way. And at the end of this is the big fish. Okay. So this Sun-Pluto conjunction is starting this. Okay. What's the guidance for Taurus? It's the King of Wands in the world, a new vision, because one vision was realized. King of Wands in the world, a new vision. You have a new mission. Literally, that's your title for this, Taurus, a new mission. Yep, what was that card that fell? Temperance, the Three of Swords. You healed a lot. You healed a lot. And for some of you, this is literally that message that I was talking about. If you were going through like a health thing or something like that, and it was a long healing journey, like, yes, new mission, revitalization, okay, regeneration, rejuvenation, okay, I'm hearing all that, restoration, okay. That's what I have for you, Taurus, okay. I appreciate you guys. I pray that these messages find you well, help, heal, and I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, let's get to Gemini. Okay, we're rolling. Gemini, this Sun-Pluto conjunction that I'm kind of focusing on for the week is happening in your 9th house, the house of higher learning, philosophies. I call it the God house. Okay. I think you want new experiences in life. I think you'll be adopting new philosophies. I think you will be becoming possibly even more open-minded. Okay. You now have the North Node in your 10th house. Some of you could be this is quite in the mundane sense, could be like going back to school or something, and that could have something to do with your career. That could have something to do with elevating like your status. Like you go back, you get another degree. Okay, now I can apply for this position, get more money, right? So it can be something like that. And you've had Mars retrograde in your 2nd house of your assets and things that you own, things that you've acquired. Okay. Okay, all right, this card wants to come out. You have the Page of Wands. Do you have Mercury in your 8th house? A lot of deep, curious talks going on. The Ace of Pentacles, I'm hearing very innovative. That's interesting. You could be thinking of the next bright idea. Seriously, I'm hearing genius. Like dead ass. You could be thinking of the next brilliant idea. And then you have Uranus in your 12th house. And after the new moon in Aquarius on the 29th, Uranus is going to go direct. This could be like lightning, divine, like a divine download or something coming in. That it like, because literally, and we're talking about this 9th house, like this could be a divine download that could really change things for you. That is so deep. And yeah, and you have Mars retrograde in the 2nd house. That is like money or your assets, and I think you might be trying to figure out how to build that because you have Mercury in that 8th house. I'm really getting that, right? It's almost like I'm hearing it say, like, how can I get more from people. And I don't mean that in a bad way. That's what the 8th house is. It's about it's about resources being shared, right? So that can be a transactional relationship that, money flows, currency flows. So it is what it is. I feel like there could be like a big ass download. You really need to pay attention to your ideas. I'm also hearing the word inventions. Like, you need to pay attention to that. Don't sleep on it. Lean into the creativity. I'll tell you, like I was telling Aquarius, like Pluto's in Aquarius now. Innovation, that is the name of the game. And I literally just said that word for you. Okay. Queen of Cups here. So they're already giving you some guidance. For those of you, if you are thinking of something or how to make money, you're a business owner or something like that, because you have the moon in your 5th house. So this conjunction, now what I will say is that it can be emotional because of the moon having made contact with Pluto before this conjunction with the sun. And for you, if you have a business, you could be emotional about the progress of it, or how you can bring more in, how you can reach a new market. Okay. Because that's the 9th house too, like a foreign market, the overseas. How can I get them? They are saying you must come from the heart, because this is Aquarius. Aquarius is about the people. Aquarius is about humanity and equality in humanity. So you must come from a place that a Queen of Cups would come from. Well, what do I have to offer that could help? Okay. Some of you, this has something to do with music, because I wasn't even paying attention to this and I just heard Careless Whisper. George Michael. That might be a song you need to listen to. You'll know it if you hear it, trust me. This is a really good cover, by the way. I'll link it in the description. Okay. Next. I cannot. I can. Thank you. The next thing to happen, 4 of Swords. What did I say is going to happen? I just need you to look at the imagery of the 4 of Swords. What is really being illuminated? Where's the sword? Her crown. Look at the illumination. This is not something. So also the 4 of Swords is not something that you have to, it's like illumination while resting, right? The 4 of Swords is about rest. Oh my God. This is like divine. Oh man. Soldiers. Okay. And then they're saying, okay, so they're springing you forward. No pun intended. They're saying in Taurus season, whatever the idea is, whatever the lightning strike idea is, could really be activated, could really come to life and really take off. Okay. 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords. The Star. What did I say? Oh, God. The Star. That is the 9th house. That is what we've been talking about. The Hangman. What is being illuminated? The Crown. Do not sleep on your ideas. The idea that you've been waiting for to come in is coming. I don't give a damn. It's coming. It is coming. And you just have to come there, just wanting you to come from an authentic place. Justice. Okay. Well, you want these people to buy your product, so to speak. Well, you have to be genuine. You have to really, will it help them? How will it help them? Man, what's the guidance? You got to be genuine. That's it. You got to really want to help the people. That's all the universe is saying. Guidance. That 3 of Pentacles was about to come out, but this is even better. 5 of Swords in reverse. You got to be authentic. And I'm not saying you're not. They're just saying, like, this is just guidance for whatever this energy is. 5 of Swords in reverse and the King of Pentacles. And with that, you will get this easily. Easily. With that, you will get this. Okay? Yep. Knight of Cups here. And people will be, it's like, they're saying it so simply, like, people will be kind to you. It's almost like appreciative. It will come back to you tenfold. It will be reciprocated. Okay. Wowzers. All right. That's what I have for you, Gemini. I appreciate you guys. And I do pray that these messages find you well, help, heal. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Cancerians. Alrighty, Cancerians, this is happening, and I'm talking about the Sun-Pluto conjunction, because I think that's like the biggest thing besides the moon making a lot of contact. So what I will say is with whatever Pluto is transforming, I think that we're quite emotional about it because of the moon and what it's doing this week. Okay, and so for you, that's your 8th house. It's a deep house, you know, it's about a deeper experience in life. It can also be about, it's not, it can also, it is about shared resources, finances. So it could be a contract with your job. It could be a joint account you have with your partner, you know. It's resources that come from other people. And you've just had the North Node go into your 9th house of higher knowledge, wisdom, travel. I think some of you want to travel more, get out more. The South Node in your 3rd house now. So I do think you want to get out of your maybe neighborhood or just out of your, what you always do all the time, right? And you've had Mars retrograde in your first house. Somebody could talk with a list. So I was about to talk with a lisp. Like, what? Okay. Now, because you're ruled by the moon, it could be you who is quite emotional about wanting maybe a deeper experience or wanting to, I could even say like grow your finances, or like I'm hearing residual like income over the next 20 years with Pluto in your 8th house. Could also be two now, okay? It could also be people in your personal life who are wanting a deeper experience with you too, okay? Or who are like triggering something here for you, okay? So you have the Empress in reverse. Give me 1 second. Let me adjust something on this chart. Why is it looking super weird? Okay, got it. I'm like, I'm not seeing the conjunction. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Now, it could be right, because I was going to say the moon is in Scorpio at the time of the conjunction. All right. So, right. It could be like a romantic partner, something like that. It could be even something with children that, you know, I would say like with children, like there could be a deepening, like people want a deeper relationship with you. Okay. Definitely it could be about more romance or having more intimacy in your relationship if you are with someone, or even if you're not, you know, you want more intimacy with people. You want to go grow closer with people with this conjunction happening in such a deep house. Okay. I think we need to pay attention to Uranus too, because Uranus is going to go direct a day or two after we have the new moon in Aquarius, and we're talking about a conjunction in Aquarius right now. So we need to pay attention to Uranus, who's in your 11th house. There could be new people that you meet unexpectedly that really help you tap into this deeper experience in life, help you to, I don't know, explore things that maybe you would have never before. Because again, you have the North Node in your 9th house, which is also a spiritual house too. You know, your philosophies on life and stuff might change, which I think will be a good thing, because you have the Empress out here in reverse. The High Priestess just came out here in reverse. You've been doing a lot of work on your confidence, I think. Mars retrograde in the 1st house. This is you. Maybe even like how you think you look, because you've had the North Node leave your 10th house now, right? That's about how we look too. But now you have Mars retrograde in that 1st house. So there is some confidence, I think, also like being built here. And so I think intimacy will serve that. A lot of times, sometimes we don't want to grow closer to people because we could have some insecurities, you know? or go too deep into life based on our own fears or insecurities. Okay. 9 of Swords in reverse. Yeah. I think you're going to find yourself too, Cancer, in new spaces where you may have thought you didn't belong. And so it might feel uncomfortable, but then soon you'll find like you do belong here. You have the wit or the intelligence or the look, whatever it is. I don't know. Because the Empress in reverse is definitely a lack of confidence. Oh, literally, as I say that, the most confident queen, the Queen of Wands, comes out in reverse. Wow. And the Knight of Cups. So some of you have felt undeserving. And I think life wants to suck you in, you know, and show you how deserving you are. Like it wants to bring you in deeper. I'm hearing so you can get all that there is out of life. Yeah, some of y'all going to be traveling more. Okay, South Node in the 3rd house, like you tired of the same community and the same scenery and the same way to work. And, you know, what's the next thing to happen here? For Cancerians. Okay, you have the 2 of Pentacles here and the Hangman. Do one more for the 2 of Pentacles. The Magician. Wow. And the Ace of Cups. I'm hearing gamble. Now, some of y'all that could be quite literally because we're talking 8th house. I'm going to touch on that. But for others of you, I think you're going to be taking more risk, healthy risk that could actually help you grow, that could help you make new connections, that could literally change the way you view life. I think this is also going to make room for more fun. This is opening you up. Seriously, this is opening you up. And that might sound trivial, right? It might sound really abstract, but the more open you are in this energy and the Magician, you know, the more you can attract, the larger you can attract. So what's the guidance here? The 6 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Take it. Take the gift. And the gift can be symbolic. It can be a literal gift. Take it. Stop thinking you don't deserve the thing. Stop thinking you don't deserve the thing. And the universe is that. So listen, this is the guidance. So something's got to be coming in. Take it. If it's a better life. So I just want to, don't just get fixated on the 6 of Pentacles being like gifting energy, right? It could be anything. If there's a way to ease your load, if there's a way to try, it's just like, take it, you know, and take it with, even they're saying, take it even if you feel like you don't deserve it. Because how else would you have attracted it? We don't, the universal law is that we attract what we are, meaning what we're vibrating at, not what we want. You can say you want it all you want, but if your vibration ever matches it, it doesn't come in. So yeah, Temperance, the Ace of Pentacles, the Fool here, like take the thing, Cancerians. Okay, that's what I have for you guys. I appreciate you. I pray that these messages find you well, help heal, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, let's get to Leo. Okay. Changing the chart, y'all, so I can see what it says. Okay. All right, Leo. Get a little water. Okay, Leo. So I'm focusing on the Sun-Pluto conjunction this week, and it's happening in your 7th house. One-on-one relationships. All right, here we go. Okay, which could be, it's anything one-on-one. Okay, so it can be like a one-on-one contract, like a contractual relationship too. Okay, now for you though, The moon, which will be in Scorpio, and that's your 4th house, these are quite intimate relationships. Okay. Or relationships that you're emotional about. These could be relationships that have something to do with the past as well. Okay, because the moon is associated with Cancer, and that's your 12th house where Mars is retrograde right now. Okay. So it could be that you're really passionate, really emotional about getting rid of certain relationships or contracts that's not serving you from the past. That could be vice versa as well. Meaning some other people are very passionate about doing that. Now, what's very interesting, I think, for you, Leo, is Uranus, because we're going to have the new moon in Aquarius on the 29th, and Aquarius is associated with Uranus. Uranus, like a day or two after the new moon, is going to go direct. It's in your 10th house. It's pretty public. So this is something unexpected, or something very fast. Okay, in the 10th house, in relation to like career or your status, or how you are seen, excuse me. Okay, you now have the North Node in the 8th house, shared resources, deeper experience in life. Okay. Okay, you have the Queen of Cups. You have the Knight of Cups. 5 of Cups here. Okay. Some of you, oh, wow. Okay. Some of you might be really taking some swift, unexpected action, not to yourself, like, you're going to do it, others. Okay. You could be taking action on something that maybe you were afraid to do in a past time. And it has something to do with the relationships, like the other people were the, let's say, intimidation factor, or were the reason why you didn't act on something, you didn't do something. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Black Newman, Knight of Swords. You could have been, I'm hearing the word advised. Some of you could have been advised against acting in a certain way in a past time. And now that has come back around. Yeah. High Priestess here. First major arcana, Pisces. 3 of Cups in the moon. I feel like even if these people, again, are close to you, are, you know. Okay, what's the next thing to happen here? Yeah, 6 of Pentacles. Judgment. Whoa. You have Judgment. 6 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and Justice here. What are you acting on? Okay. It just, I think the complexity of it is other people. The North Node's in the 8th house. Like, I think that's the complexity of it, is having to deal with or work with other people, some of which are easy to work with, some of which, like, you don't align with them. But with Judgment and the 6 of Pentacles as the next thing to happen, I feel like you're going to make a very balanced decision. It is balanced because the 6 of Pentacles is there and they're both upright. It is balanced and it's responsible. The Hierophant was out here, and Justice was just out here. So it's balanced. It's unexpected to some people, though. Yeah. Okay. What is the significance in that though? Okay, the star in reverse and the Empress. Some people, this is weird. Okay. Some people may have thought like you were batshit crazy, out of your mind or something. You'll shock them with some type of judgment call that you are making. I don't know. Yeah. The Empress, the Seven of Wands. It feels like people could have counted you out or something. And some of you, it could have been because of like a health thing. Okay. Some of you, it could have been because of a health thing, you know, people counted you out of something or something like that. All right. Seven of Cups, clarify the guidance, please, for Leo. Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Cups. The opportunity spins the block. This is what I'm saying. This, I don't know. This feels like second chance energy or third chance. I don't care what chance it is. This is get back up and try again energy. You know, I don't know. This feels like, oh yeah, I'm hearing that song. The second time around. Okay, so some of y'all, it is the second time because that was very specific. So some of y'all, it is very much so the second time. So she go all in this time. Like that's what they saying. Really go all in. Go all in this time. Because some of y'all could have been dealing with some very selfish people who were advising you from a place of their own interest. Okay. So take that if it resonates. That's what I have for you, Leo. I appreciate you guys. I pray that these messages find you all well, help, and heal. I'm going to get to Virgo. And then I will have Libra, Scorpio, Sag, and Cappy. I'm going to take a quick restroom break so I can stay in my flow. And then we're going to go ahead and hit the ground running with a Vertigo. Thank you guys for your patience. Don't forget to hit the like button. Take a quick little restroom break. I'll have it timestamped down below. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Settle back in and get to Virgo. All right, Virgo. So this conjunction, okay? The Sun-Pluto conjunction for you is happening in the 6th house. The everyday routine is changing. It's changing. Whether that has to do with literally the things that you do every day, i.e. your job, work, yes, that could be changing. Even if you don't see it, okay? It could also have to do with your health, okay? Your health habits, your health routine. What are you intaking, digesting on a daily basis? Now, this could be triggered, okay? Moon in the third house, that's Scorpio sensitive, okay? That Scorpio moon touching this Pluto before the conjunction could really be a sensitivity around, maybe you want to change environments or something like that, because the third house is that, it's what's familiar, it's staying close to the community, it's online interactions, it's the mind, you know, so you're wanting something different. And you've had Mars retrograde in the 11th house. That is the direction of your life. That is friends, groups, associations. Okay. And the North Node now in your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. Okay. So some of you, okay, you might have some unexpected opportunities to travel, especially after the new moon in Aquarius on the 29th. This could be traveling to learn something new. So for some of you, this could be like traveling. This could be like a new job opportunity or something like that. That could really change the direction of things. Okay, I think whatever it is, it takes you out of your normal environment. Okay, you have the Justice card. And this is meant to happen because this conjunction is happening in your 6th house. Like something needs to change about your everyday life. And you're feeling that. We're all emotional about these changes because of the moon, the way the moon is. All right. Yeah. Hangman in reverse, 4 of Cups, the Sun here. It's time for you to learn more. I'm going to go ahead and say, Virgo, essentially, I feel like this chart is saying you've outgrown something. You know, you've outgrown something, whether it be a habit, whether it be a workplace, whether it be a group that you've been affiliated with, the friends you've been affiliated, you've outgrown something. Yep. And yeah, or you've learned all there is to learn in a certain environment. This moon, sensitive Scorpio moon, is in your 3rd house. Like, you're over it. You're moody here. You don't want to be here. I want to do something different. Uranus in the 9th house. I want to learn something new. It's touching, it's sextiling Mars in the 11th house. Oh, I want to do it with these people. I want to learn from this teacher who's foreign. You know, like it's just different. It's just different. And it's not, I don't think it's nothing is what we're expecting in this energy. So what's the next thing to come in or happen? Excuse me. What's the next thing to happen here? You have the Ace of Cups. A star in their eyes. Why am I hearing that? And the Ace of Wands. Good God. And the 2 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I'm hearing pupil. Some of you, this is very much about like learning, educational, a mentor, an unexpected mentor or guide coming into your life, help you steer this new direction, introduce you to some new things, some new concepts. And then again, remember, we can't forget about Jupiter. Can't forget about Jupiter. Okay? He's going to have to go direct sooner or later. And where is he for you? In your 10th house. Career, status, reputation. It's about to grow. It's about to grow. Okay. Next thing, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, the 2 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Like, I feel like you're reigniting passion into your everyday life. And mind you, this is Aquarius energy. So it's going to be different. It's going to be different. Okay. It might be unconventional, unorthodox. Okay. What your new routine starts to look like. But I'm hearing, but it's going to put you in alignment. Okay. What's the guidance here? The Hierophant and the Knight of Wands. Do you know what the Hierophant is? Taurus. And that's where I've just been speaking about all this Uranus energy. And the thing about Uranus, so Uranus is in your 9th house of Taurus, but Uranus is associated with Aquarius, your 6th house. Whatever this 9th house energy is, it's going to change your routine, your everyday routine. The Hierophant, go higher. It's time. You're elevating. That is the Hierophant. You are elevating. You are ascending. Yes, this is graduation. You are graduating. So whatever shifts, and it's happening fast. Let's just put that in the air. Uranus is happening fast. So whatever is shifting in your daily life, routines, habits, health routines, all of the things, it's because you're graduating. You've outgrown it. You've done all that there is to do there and have done a good job in order to be able to graduate. So what that means, right? To level up. So take it. Take the level up. Very simple advice, like go up. So if there's something that's coming in and it's taking you higher than where you are, that's it. Go. Do it. Do it, or you'll be stagnant and it's going to drive you crazy. It's going to annoy you. Okay? That's what I have for you, Virgo. I appreciate you. And mind you, this elevation, as I'm clearing the energy, this elevation could take you away from communities that you've known for a long time. Okay? Mars retrograde in the 11th house. It just be like that. But you have the North Node in the 7th house. Like they will be replaced with very purposeful relationships and very deep ones, because you've learned how to connect more deeply since the North Node left your 8th house. Okay, Virgo, that's what I have for you guys. I appreciate you. I pray that those messages find you well, help and heal. And I'm going to go ahead and get to Libra. Then I have Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn. All right, let me get some water. Libra, some of you could sing. I was just drinking water and it reminded me, I had a flashback to voice lessons in college. like I had a flashback of me warming up. Some of you could be vocalists or singing or something, use your voice, or you are an oracle or something like that. Okay. The Sun Pluto conjunction is happening in the 5th house for you guys. A pretty playful house. I think it's a pretty light hearted house. It's the original house of Leo. It is the house of self because of that Leo energy. Okay, self-expression, indulgences. It's a house of romance, sex, dating, casually, fun, flirty. It's that. Now, with the moon, okay, I'm bringing up the moon specifically with this conjunction because a very sensitive Scorpio moon touches this Pluto before this conjunction. So whatever is happening with this change that Pluto and the sun are illuminating, we're emotional about it. And for you, that's coming from your 2nd house of self-worth. And I think that's what it is. And so you could want more play, more fun, and you could really get to a point this week where you recognize the connection to maybe like a lack of self-worth or insecurity that you feel, or even it could be that you want to play, you want to have more fun, but you feel like you have to have certain things. And this would be in relation to the 2nd house, which are physical things pretty much, which is not true. Right? Like you can be happy. You can be in the present moment. You can enjoy life without those things. Right? But there could be a wound. There could be some emotion coming up around that. But I do think that even though we're having deep emotions be triggered with this sun conjunction with Pluto is positive. The emotions are just emotion, literally, to get through. Okay. Now, we got to pay attention to Uranus, okay? Because after the new moon, Uranus will go direct. That's in your 8th house. Mars has been retrograde in your 10th house of career, public status, your image. And the North Node is in your 6th house, another house of work and habits. Some of you are coming out of some type of codependency at work or something too, or needing something. Literally, as I say that, the Emperor, like, I just thank you, Spirit, the Emperor. Literally, as I say that, the Emperor, and you have the North Node in your 6th house. Okay, for the Emperor to come out there. And the Emperor is Aries, and that's your 7th house, and the North Node just left there. You have gained, I think, a sense of autonomy when it comes to your relationship. So I do think that there's a big detachment happening. Wow. Yeah. I think there's a big detachment happening from, thank you, Tamisha, from needing others or needing things from others, needing approval from others. Some of you are going to go into deeper friendships and deeper connection that are not based on what you guys have, but that are actually based from a genuine place. Okay. Yeah, and you have the South Node in your 12th house too. Like, you're going to stop letting insecurities get in your way. Okay, that North Node in the 6th house could really be like going for something, going hard. Okay, especially when Mars goes direct up in that 10th house. And then in your 11th house after that. Because remember, Mars was first retrograde in Leo. Okay, you have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Star. I'm hearing that. That's crazy. I'm hearing, I don't even listen to that song like that, but it's pretty catchy. I'm hearing that, I think it is Meg Thee Stallion. I don't know the name of the song though. I just know she keeps saying, I'm a star. So I don't know. I heard that with the star there. And yeah, I think you're going to own that more. I think you're also going to feel like you deserve to be somewhere. Okay. Now, another thing I think is unfolding for you, Libra, is that over time, I think something could transform in your career where maybe you do have more independence. Maybe you don't got to go in the office as much, you know. Maybe your business starts to take off, and so you only have to do this job, you know, because you want to, not because you have to, you know. I don't know. Something like that could really be playing out for you. Again, I feel like Uranus making that contact with the Mars in your 10th house. That's good. I think that that's really good. Clarify that 9 of Swords, though. It's the next thing that happened. Thank you. The King of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, there is something here about worrying about like how people think of you or see you, and that could have been stopping you from going harder. Yeah, that's changing, and that could be what's happening. Okay, that Pluto conjunction in the 5th house could really empower you to express yourself, be bolder. That is the house of Leo. And Aquarius, even though it's an Aquarius house for you, it is the home of Leo. So that energy is still there. But it is the house of Aquarius, and this energy is happening in Aquarius. Be different. Be innovative. Lean into that. Express yourself in that different way. Be for the people, you know? So it could be some people who were not with that. Okay. I also feel like with the North Node and all this, North Node in your 6th house, you stepping up more or stepping up and really owning this energy could change the lives of others. That's kind of how I'm getting this as well. You being a voice, some of you could be a voice for the people. Okay, what's the guidance here for Libra? Okay, the Knight of Wands. And the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like some of you have also left some crumbs on the table. Okay. And I feel like some of you are going back to get that. Mars retrograde in the 10th house. You have not been happy about that. You've not been happy about that. So I feel like some of y'all are getting some bread and you're gonna go get some gravy and sop up these crumbs, i.e. your bag, i.e. some residual income, some money flowing into you. Okay. And some of you, I'll just wrap with this. Some of you, this could come from like other, say for instance, you have your own business. It could come from another market that you're tapping into. Because I'm just looking at Jupiter in the 9th house, even though it's not like too activated right now, but some foreshadow. All right. That's what I have for you, Libra. Okay. I appreciate you guys. I pray those messages find you well, help heal. All right. We're going to go to Scorpio, and then I have Sag and Capricorn. All righty, Scorps. I definitely need some water. Give me a second. Oh, okay. The generational curse breakers now, right? Because Libra has passed the torch. we all are, right? But I say it for Scorpio because Pluto in the 4th house. So this conjunctions happen in the 4th house. This is very powerful. I do feel like Scorpio, you're not gonna be in the same house. Like, I think we've been talking about that. I feel like this really means that for you. Like, some of you are getting like your forever home. Some of you are getting your true home, like aligning yourself with that through this Pluto transit over the next 20 years. Something I had tapped into really quickly that I wasn't really getting from the astrology, just looking at it, but intuitively, Scorpio, a lot of you are resetting your safety center. Okay. Well, my moon is Scorpio. Hey, listen, we have all the signs somewhere. So, right. Scorpio, a lot of you are resetting your safety center. Okay. The 4th house. That is like the home of the mother. It's where we were first nurtured. So if you feel unsafe there, you're going to feel unsafe out in the world, i.e. Mars retrograding your 9th house. It's going to be hard to put yourself out there. It's going to be hard. That 4th house is like an anchor. That's how they were giving it to me. And so I feel like this conjunction for you, okay, and the moon is in your sign at the time of this conjunction. So it's in the 1st house. You are quite emotional about it. And you are quite emotional about how maybe that safety center or a lack of anchoring down there in the 4th house has maybe held you back or caused some fear of you going for the things that you want, putting yourself out there. And for some of you, that South Node that is now in the 11th house is starting to highlight, well, in order to do this, we're going to have to lean away from the direction of the people, or let me just say the wrong people, right? Because the people is Aquarius energy, right? And Pluto's there. Like, we are in the energy of power to the people, but the 11th house for you, Scorpio, is about friends, associations, the future also. So it's like detaching from those things and leaning more into 5th house things, play, fun, being childlike, your hobbies, your passions, your creative endeavors. And you're also building confidence with those things while doing this. Okay. Now, as I get your cards out here, Uranus. Okay, we need to pay attention to Uranus because after the new moon on the 29th, Uranus, I think a day or two after, it's going to go direct. For you, that's your 7th house of other people. Other people. Okay. One-on-one relationships. Now, because it's positively aspecting the Mars retrograde in your 9th house, I feel like there could be someone that helps you get out of this comfort zone, that helps you move forward or get out of get you out of a rut or get you out of something you feel like you've been stuck in, for some time. It could even be that it facilitates you having to move, relocate, go to the thing especially once Mars goes direct in your 9th house. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. Okay, so tell me more for Scorpio, please. Okay, you have the Hierophant, you have the King of Pentacles, The Hierophant is Taurus. That's what I was just talking about with Uranus in your 7th house of Taurus and the King of Pentacles. It could be something that has the potential, Jupiter in the 8th house, to help you grow your money, help you grow your resources, or put you in contact, put you in, what is the damn word? Put you in closer proximity, thank you, to resources that can really help you. They can really expand you, expand what you have. And I'm hearing specifically for some of you, expand your reach. Okay. That's for Scorpio. Ace of Wands. You have the Hierophant, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. What's the next thing to happen here? And I think this is something that you've been trying to do or been thinking about anyway. You have Mercury in the home of Mercury, the 3rd house. You know, you've really been in alignment with your logical mind, I would say. So next thing to happen is the Queen of Wands here. I think your confidence is coming back to put yourself out there and the Lovers and to go for the things that you actually want to go for. Yep, Queen of Wands, 6 of Cups, Mars retrograde again, because it's in Cancer, it's going to bring up a lot about the past. The 6 of Cups is the past. So for you as well, Scorpio, there is something out there. There is something out there that I feel like is coming back, and you're able to actually go for it now because you have the confidence. Okay? You have the confidence. You're clearer, too, about what you want. 7 of Cups here. I told Aquarius that. You're going for the big fish now. Yep. 3 of Cups here. You're having more fun while you're doing it, too. It's not this long and arduous and sluggish journey, you know? Okay. Clarify the guidance for Scorpio. I think with the North Node going through your 5th house, Scorpio, I think you're going to give yourself more permission to play and just have fun and just be happy. And look at that. The Page of Cups, the Hermit card, you're also going to be more comfortable letting people see that, you know, you might come out slowly. I see somebody like peeking, like, is it really safe out there? Like, you know? But that's the house of friends and stuff too, you know? So you could be slowly opening up, meeting new people, you know, just having fun with people. But it's the right people, because that South Node is still in a house of groups, okay? But I think it's less, I think because the 11th house is like, it's group think too, because it's an air house originally. It's the house of Aquarius. So it's more so leaning away from group think. This is what you're supposed to do. This is how it's been done. This is what society said. It's moving away from that, you know. And I think you're growing a lot more confidence with that, especially with the North Node coming out of your 6th house. I mean, that's a confidence builder for you because Aries is there. So that's a confidence builder in terms of like I be telling y'all, having sovereignty over yourself. That's so powerful, I think, for Aries to be in the 6th house, like really running your everyday life. And so a lot of you could be entrepreneurs or on that mission. All right. The guidance, just to clarify, that Page of Cups with the Hermit card. Yeah. Let that side that you have been afraid of people seeing and experiencing, that's actually the side that they're calling for to be seen. It's time for people to experience that. And yes, it is safe because you're going to be around the right people. All right, so that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I pray that those messages find you guys well. I pray that they're helpful and healing. And I'm going to go ahead and get to Sagittarius. After that, I will just have Capricorn to do, guys. All right. I appreciate you guys joining me. I don't know if you guys are like at lunch. Well, probably were at lunch when I started, but we're like hour and a half in. Okay, Sag, get some water. I will also link the music in the description box. So for those of you who like ask about that, it will be there after the stream is processed. Okay. Sag. It's happening this Pluto Sun conjunction is what I'm kind of zeroing on for the week. And for you, it's happening in your third house. Okay. That's the house of like our community. It's very local. It's the house of short trips, short distance trips. It can be about your routine. In fact, for you, yes, because Uranus in your sixth house. So it could be about your routine. It could be about your siblings, your neighbors. It could be about an online community. Okay, so there's change that's wanting to happen there. Now, with the moon touching this change, okay, and that moon being in your 12th house, this could be something about your subconscious mind, right? Having, like, maybe you want to break out of a certain way of thinking, a certain pattern that's like kept you maybe not engaging with life in a deep way. Mars retrograde in the 8th house. Okay. Now, I also want to say, like, for some of you, whatever's happening with Mars retrograde in the 8th house, it obviously is financial too, because the 8th house is financial and it's about resources. Okay. I think you could have and now you have the North Node in your 4th house. So again, you're deepening your experience in life, because the 4th house is your emotions. It's the most private part of your chart. And the South Node is going through your 10th house, the most public part of your chart. So I think that you guys can experience something unexpected in your everyday life with Uranus there, especially when it goes direct a day or two after the Aquarius new moon, that really excuse me, satisfies this yearning, I don't know, for like a different thing, like a or a deeper thing to engage in. Okay, let's see, let's get some cards out here for you guys. Okay, you got the Devil in reverse. Okay, Capricorn, that's your 2nd house, where Pluto just left. So transform your finances, transform your self-worth. And now Mercury's there for the first time without Pluto being there. Okay, you have the 3 of Cups. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah. I think you're coming into more, this is just connecting deeper, more authentically. You have the Queen of Cups here, the 3 of Cups, the North Node in your 4th house. This is about being, some of you, this could even be like coming in contact like with your soul family, right? If it's not you, growing closer with your biological family in the 4th house, or your mother's side of the family, or your mom. Clarify the Devil in reverse. 5 of Swords. Definitely detaching from toxicity. It could even be some of you a health thing, maybe mental health for some of you, and anybody or anything that contributed to that. And for some of you, work. I'm hearing trying to remain on top. So there could have been something as far as overworking or being in a field where you have to constantly be worried about like how you look, and because the South Node is now in your 10th house. Okay. And like I said, it just finished up in your 11th house, where you could really be sitting at, I'm literally hearing a precipice of change. Like, the direction of your life could have changed with that North Node wrapping up in your 11th house, and now it's in your 10th house. Well, what do I want to do now? Or okay. Some of you could work from home more. What's the next thing to happen here for Sag? The Fool. The Fool. Get ready. I just heard I heard the theme song from Big Comfy Couch. Some of y'all gonna be home more. period. Uranus in the 6th house. Something's like switching up the everyday thing. North Node going into the 4th house of home. This conjunction happening in the 3rd house of locality. Okay, being local. Pluto moving through your 3rd house for the next 20 years. Transforming like your community and things. Clarify the Fool. Oh, press something that I was not supposed to. Okay. The Fool, Knight of Wands in reverse and the 4 of Cups. This is, okay. I had to stop that. For me, I could translate this as sickness, as and all I mean by that is stagnant energy that wants to move. Stagnant energy that wants to move. Okay. You have the 4 of Cups here, yeah, and the 5 of Cups. This is just a more passionate experience, and it's in order for you to engage and have a more passionate experience, a lot of things are going to shift around you to bring it in. What's the guidance? Boom. Ace of Wands, 4 of Wands. That is your 4th house. That is a North Node in your 4th house. Something's kicking off there. And for you, they're stressing the Pisces season because that's your 4th house. Something's kicking off. To where I think you might, it's either you're engaging more deeply or you're actually, and I think I said this to you before, Sagittarius, you're actually, if you've had to be home more or something like that, now you're having to work from home more. I don't know how that gets there, right? It could play out in many ways, but it could be that you're actually feeling like, well, I actually like this slower pace, or, I actually like doing things like this, or I actually like it this way, so be open. Okay, clarify that Ace of Wands, and then we're going to move on to Capricorn. Yep, Ace of Wands, the Lovers, the 2 of Wands. I think some of you, a lot of you are going to start to like a new way of life in a way that maybe you could have been resisting before. I'm feeling spring so heavy in my energy, man. That's when you might start to feel that change. Like, I just got the most, oh my God, that feeling was beautiful. Like, whoo, oh my God. It's like it was warm but breezy. You know how you got the windows up in the spring, feel the cool breeze coming in. It was lax, like you weren't pressed for a time. Like, it was just so chill. Man, if that's what you want, I wish that for you. That is awesome. Okay. And that's what I have for you, Sag. Damn, that was good. I want to hold on to that feeling. I'm gonna let it go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get to Capricorn, and then that's going to wrap us up for today. Capricorn be safe in the snow. They just showed me like a blanket of snow or something like that. Very random message. I'm sure you will be, but they just wanted me to remind you. All right. You're going to be having the Sun-Pluto conjunction in your 2nd house. First time that it's out of your 1st house. Yay. First time in a long time, or probably in your lifetime. All right. So it's happening in your 2nd house. That's a financial house. It's also a house of self-worth. So over the next 20 years, we already know this, like your finances are definitely going to be getting transformed, as well as your self-worth. And you're wanting a change here. So that is what this conjunction is signaling. And because it's touching a very sensitive Scorpio moon, we're emotional about it. And for you, Capricorn, I'm going to go ahead and say this. You should not be comparing yourself to other people. So watch for that. Okay. Because, okay, I know there's a thing as such thing as like healthy competition and things like that. Okay. I'm not speaking on that. Cool. Right. Because they just put that there. And I'm getting a lot of mental energy now. So see, don't get caught up in overthinking and getting in your mind, okay? Because the moon is in your 11th house of the collective. And that is the sensitive point that's touching Pluto before this conjunction, before the change that needs to happen gets illuminated to us. And so for you, it could be because you're comparing yourself. Okay. You could either be comparing yourself to your peers, right? The people, humanity, society's expectations. So that could be another thing that you're holding a barometer of society's expectations of where you are. And it could also be that your own expectations of time, of when you thought you were going to have things accomplished, because that's the 11th house, that could be the thing that is triggering. Okay. I think what's happening though, because you had the South Node it's out of your 10th house now, it's in the 9th house. You know, I think you want to, or you're beginning to think about, since Pluto especially has been in your 2nd house, but now that the sun is conjuncted, I think you're really wanting to think about long-term, like, wealth and stability, how you can lean more on yours, right? Some of you, this is like thinking about retirement, you know, like, how can I get there, and how can I get there quick within the next 20 years? Okay, and now you have the North Node in your 3rd house. So yeah, Mars retrograde. Okay, now let's touch on these points, 'cause I'm feeling fun. I'm hearing Beyonce, Naughty Girl, that I'm feeling sexy. Okay, you have Mars retrograde in the 7th house. So while there have been some relationships that you've pulled back from, or people have pulled back from you, or it's been a mutual thing, Uranus is going direct after this new moon in Aquarius on the 29th, and that's in your 5th house. So there could be some new people that come in, new friends, a new romantic interest. Now what I will say is be mindful, okay? You have Mars retrograde in your 7th house of relationships. Do not skip the vetting process, okay? Like, if somebody comes in, you want them to be in long term, do not skip the vetting process, especially you with Mars retrograde in your 7th house. Okay, because once it goes direct, everything that you skipped in the vetting process is coming back in Mars energy. Aggressive, assertive, in your face. Okay. So let's see what's happening. Capricorn. Death card. Yeah. They're stressing the mind for you. And the North Node is in your 3rd house of Pisces now. So it's like getting out of for you, you're going into your mind. Here's the thing. You're going into your mind, Capricorn, because it's your 3rd house, but it's Piscean energy, right? So it's like having more faith versus overthinking. Also with the South Node in the 9th house, I'm going to say, like, doing away with these concepts of like, well, this is how you're supposed to be, and like changing your philosophies, because they need to change. South Node in the 9th house. Okay, you have the 5 of Wands out here. Yeah. And you have the 9 of Cups, because those philosophies, I feel like Spirit is saying they were serving everybody else but you. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I feel like if anybody, she serves herself first, and then pours from her cup. Okay. Wands. Yeah. Page of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands. Yeah, this is giving to yourself more. This is given to yourself more. And this is building your power and understanding that to get where you want to go, you can do it. Like, you can do it through your own power, of your own accord. Okay. Let's see. What's the next thing to happen here for Cappy? the Queen of Cups and the Three of Cups. Now, I do feel like for you guys, somebody could come in, okay? Especially with this Uranus energy in the 5th house. Or, oh, yes, because I'm hearing, when I get that feeling, there could be an unexpected, oh my God. There could be an unexpected sexual experience that releases some tension in that 7th house where Mars has been retrograde. I'm just saying. Now, remember what I said, though. Now, like, if it's just going to be a one bam bam thing, like if that's your thing, no judgment, be clear about that. If you want somebody to stick around long term, you do not skip that vetting process with Mars in this placement for you. Okay? Clarify the Queen of Cups. Thank you. The 7 of Wands here. Okay. And the Moon. Again, also, I feel like I can interpret that another way that's coming through, and that is the comparison. Okay. Getting emotional about, look at this. Knight of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, where we are maybe in relation to other people. Okay. Or where you thought you would be. So you comparing yourself to your timeline of where you thought you would be or something like that. Okay. Let's get to your guidance. What do they want you to do? The King of Cups, the Star. You know what to do. And that is to remain emotionally balanced. Okay, this is the Star energy. This is where this is happening for you in the 2nd house of Aquarius. Emotional balance is what's going to get you through this. What else here? Okay, the 4 of Swords just came out as well. Emotional balance, rest. The North Node is in your 3rd house. Remember, we're not overthinking. So overthinking is not you like, how can I do it? It's just not, it's not it. It's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. That's not emotional balance, is what they're saying. It will cause more confusion. Rest. Have faith. These concepts might be hard. You have the South Node in the 9th house. It might be hard. Okay. Anything else? Wheel of Fortune. Rest. The changes that you're wanting can't be rushed. And there's an element of that I feel like you're feeling this week. And I'm going to say, for me, energetically, this feels like yours feels maybe like one of the more tougher energies to deal with emotionally. And so they're just advising you rest. They don't like just rest. Rest, care for your emotions. Okay? Try not to be impulsive with them. Feel them, yes. Let ideas come to you. Watch your scrolling online too. Very random. I know, but I have to deliver it. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I appreciate you guys. That wraps us up for this week's What to Expect. Give me a few minutes or so to just clear my energy, and then I will go ahead and get on the timestamps and everything for you all, and also link in the music in the background in the description box for those of you who are interested. I appreciate you guys. I'll try to get some more videos out this week. But again, my energy is slowly coming back from this Cancer full moon cycle. So we will see, child. I appreciate all of you who were able to join the live. All of you who came in, whether you stayed, came in, left, whatever the case, I appreciate you guys. Again, don't forget to hit the like button before you leave, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.